Yeah, I think that we just put in a lot of effort this weekend. We are coming out ready to hit, and we absolutely just dominated. I think that every single person down the lineup was just absolutely just like hitting the ball, barreling it up, and I'm just so proud of every single one of my teammates and just the amount of effort we put into this weekend, the amount of just practice and hard work that we put in to prepare for Penn.
Individually, we did a good job with thinking about what happened with Princeton and what we needed to work on with ourselves. And I think we did a great job as, like, if things didn't go our way, we did a great job of being each other's best teammate, biggest teammate, and just cheering for each other as loud as we could.
A lot of hitting throughout the lineup. How good does that feel, 1 to 9 in the lineup, then off the bench too, just having that production?
Yeah, it feels great. I mean, we have been practicing doing BP practice like all throughout the week, and just coming and taking that what we took into practice and putting it out on the field. It's such an amazing feeling, and being able to just, I don't know, you take a home run in practice and then you take a home run in the game. It's the best feeling. I think that each and every one of my teammates have just had the most like we've been passing the bat up and down the lineup, and I'm just so proud to see the hard work that we've all collectively done throughout practice and taken into the game.
Adding on to what Marilyn said, we've talked a lot about passing the bat. So if the top half of the lineup isn't going to do it, the bottom half's going to do it, and vice versa. So that's one thing that we don't really have to worry about. Like, oh, if I don't get a hit, like, I know somebody's coming up right behind me and they're going to get the job done.
Kind of a weird weekend. Do you guys play Friday, have off Saturday? How'd you guys kind of stay focused into today?
Yeah, I think that taking Saturday to rest, but also just do some catch-up work, like making sure that we're still tight and that we're still knowing what we're doing, but also not exhausting ourselves. And I think that taking Friday and then having Saturday off and then also going back into Sunday for a doubleheader, I think that we as a team stayed really resilient and we kept our endurance throughout the weekend. And obviously it's a challenge having one game and then a break and then 2 games the next day. But I think that as a team, we just stayed completely just we did not get in our heads. We just absolutely just dominated. And I think that we kept the endurance, we kept the just love for the game, and we didn't let the weather get in our heads. Yeah.
I agree. I think as a team as a whole, players and coaches and everybody, I think we did great with just finding the balances between staying tight and just doing what's best for us and staying loose. So, yeah.
Anything else to add?
Go Big Green.
Go Big Green.
We really wanted to be able to use this weekend as a jumping point for the rest of Ivy play. That's really important. These next 3 weeks are huge for us. So to be able to have our softball play the way we did, hit up and down the lineup, had the pitchers come in and do a great job. It's exactly what we were hoping for after bouncing back from Princeton last weekend and really setting ourselves up for the 3 weeks to come.
Talk about the pitching today. 2 runs in the first game and then shutout in the second game.
Yeah, I think that Jensen obviously did a great job this weekend. She's slowly taking on more pitching loads this year, so it was great to see her be able to do that. The 2 5 innings helped, though, not to overburden her, which is good. And then we were able to get a good little split for Bell and for Rach. We wanted them both to settle in a little bit this weekend, so it was great to be able to do that.
Just talk about Marilyn this weekend. 700 average, 7 RBIs.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we tell freshmen especially freshmen who are playing a lot, that there's always a bit of a cycle. And she started off very strong, and then she struggled for a little bit in there and was getting very frustrated. Every player wants to find their stride and just stay there, and especially for freshmen, that's very hard to do. They start to scout you, they start to understand how you hit more, and so now she's starting to realize, if I want to stay at that place, I have to be able to fight back against what they're throwing me, that they know are my weaknesses. How do I close up those gaps? She's really starting to figure that out. She's doing a nice job with it, and is doing a better job just not getting as frustrated, and that's a really tough thing for a freshman especially to do. So she did a great job with it this weekend, and we hope that she can continue the work in the weeks ahead.
Talk about the mix of kind of older players, younger players, as we get to this point in the season when pretty much every game matters going to Ivy League play.
Absolutely. I think that our older players provide a really important sense of both perspective and leadership for the rest of the team, really making sure that they're maintaining composure and maintaining focus. You asked me yesterday about the gap between games, or 2 days ago you asked me about that gap between games, and that's challenging for a team to handle the way that we did. We got some practice last weekend, of course, as well, but this is a team that's able to really turn it on and get focused. They're excited to play together, and so that's a really huge part of being able to come in and dial in, and our leadership has really helped with that too. And then of course you have our younger athletes who are just really excited and fired up to be here and fired up to play, and that is a really tangible thing that the whole team feels.
Coach, anything else to add?
Go Big Green.